the last video over a month ago, and that was when I had just gotten out of the hospital and rehab after I was poisoned by arsenic. And I'm making a lot of progress. As you can see, I'm doing okay. Last night, I don't think people really wanted me to update you because somebody slammed me to the floor very hard. But you see, I'm sort of resilient. And it slowed me down at all. Just made me a little sore, and I'm going to have a little backache for a while. But the reason why I'm being picked on is because I'm just standing in for every single person, because we're tired of the corruption, and that corruption is coming from the paper money. Many people understand this. There are more and more people that understand what's going on. We call them the critical mass, and because these people do understand this, we're in a different reality. We're going to be doing things differently. The main thing that we're going to be doing differently is we're going to be deciding things for ourselves. And the way that's going to happen is we're going to cut off the money that's going to something called the banking cartel. That's Wall Street. That's all the biggest firms on Wall Street. And there are people that are behind those firms. That's called the black nobility. These people have been in charge at least 9,000 years ago. We know this because of the pyramids. I prepared an outline, and I had some very interesting documents which I uploaded on my social media, and the links were cut down 3 times. So I put them back up, and we may have to contend with some more links being broken. I'm doing things a little bit differently. I'm learning from experience. The reason why I've been involved in the position that I'm in is because I was in the right place at the right time. At the end of World War II, Jose Rizal, who was then something called the Black Pope, that's the superior general of the Society of Jesus, and his lawyer was Ferdinand Marcos. They created the World Bank, and they deposited the world's wealth in the World Bank. And I was in the World Bank legal department for over 20 years. And I've actually never left the legal department because I was reinstated, because they realized that we were all working together. And I've given you recently some documents from the executive directors and the audit committee of the World Bank Board to show you that everybody understood. One of the things that I've been telling you about is the real history. What we think happened in 1000 BC was actually happening in the Middle Ages. And the Russians, Moscow State University, Mr. Fomenko, has written a series of volumes to explain exactly how that is. And the way they did this was they looked to see where the eclipses were and where the eclipses happened. And they also looked to see who was active in history. And they found that the same groups were active, and it was just repeated time and time again. You have to understand that what you've been taught in the universities about history is all inside out and backwards. And you can actually look at the cities that are buried off the coasts to see what this group was. And enough of us know that we've been duped, and we're not going to continue to believe all these lies. One of the documents that I've showed you recently was the way I was working together with the board of executive directors. And the representative of the Netherlands, Peter Steck, he ended up having a meeting with Jim Wolf.